Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another weekend Sunday edition of the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel going live. We're going to be going over all these Sunday games on the football slate. There's a lot of them today. Over the past couple weeks, we've had to be dealing with a lot of Saturday games. There was only one game on Saturday yesterday, and it was Bears Dallas Cowboys getting a massive victory. Still have a chance to win the NFC East. Bear, do you want to kind of project how you think the Dallas Cowboys season is going to end up going?
We don't have a chance to win, I don't think. I do think the Dallas Cowboys will keep that wild card spot. We'll play Tampa Bay on the road. Baker's been really good, but we'll probably win that game. And then hopefully, Trey, we play the Eagles on the road because I want them to have that one seed so we can maybe win that game against the Eagles. I don't think we can go to San Fran and win that game. So looks like another one win in the playoff against a really bad team in the wild card and then lose to a good team.
Hey, as a Raiders fan, I'd love to make the playoffs, but
Make sure.
enough of that. My Raiders have a big game today going up against the Indianapolis Colts. Hopefully, we get a big dub there. Keep on pushing for the playoffs. But to recap how this season has gone so far, we took 8 weeks off of this season. We took last week off for Christmas. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed a great holiday season. And just around the corner is 2024. Hopefully, 2024 will be better than 2023. And if 2023 was good, then hopefully 2024 is still better for you guys. But I have a lead right now, 7 wins to 4 for Bear. Still close on ATS. I am slightly pulling away on this straight up as we only have 2 weeks left. Hopefully, I can finish off and hold off Bear. But enough of that. Let's get right into these games. We got a pretty big slate, and the first game on the slate might be the best game. The Miami Dolphins going up against the Baltimore Ravens. They are 3-point favorites at home. Over under as at 46.5. This is a member pick for me. If you want to see my game pick on this, go to our YouTube channel and click join and become our YouTube members for a cheap price. Only about 60 cents a day it comes out to. So not very expensive there. But Bear, how do you think this game is going to go?
Yeah, on paper, both these teams are pretty evenly matched. 3 points with the Dolphins feels like a lot, but I'm going to take the Ravens, Trey. Probably not a very popular pick, but Baltimore, they've been a wagon. That game against San Fran was everything to me. I saw everything I needed to see. I think they're going to wrap up the AFC in this game. They're going to get the 1 seed, and I think right now, Trey, they're the Super Bowl favorites, even over the San Francisco 49ers, because we saw what they can do against them. The defense is really good. I like the Ravens here in this spot, minus the 3 at home. So I'm going to take the Ravens.
All right, the Ravens for Bear starting off. Looks like we got a comment from Cam Souther saying, "What's up, boys? Good morning, Cam." Bear, are you going to be with Cam tonight at the New Year's Eve party?
I am. The boys are going to cook up probably a 17-leg parlay. Dollar pays $1 million, and we're going to go into the new year millionaires. It's going to be great.
All right, listen to this, though. Listen to this. Get Cam drunk
Uh-huh.
and then shove as many hot dogs in his face as you can.
Well, he already backed off on the I can eat a hot dog in under 10 seconds challenge. So, we'll see. Maybe he'll get drunk enough to eat a hot dog in 10 seconds, but I doubt it.
All right, well, if that happens, make sure to send me the video. It looks like we also got Dennis Caldwell Jr. What's up, guys? Good morning, Dennis. Hopefully, everybody is out here cooking up some good bets, making some parlays, and going to enjoy a great Sunday morning of football. And enough of that first game. This game, the San Francisco 49ers going up against the Washington Commanders. 49ers, we all know what happened last week. They lost to a big game to the Ravens. Commanders, they are just, who knows what's going on right now. But we do know that Jacoby Brissett is starting for them, and he's gotten garbage time the last 2 weeks, and he looked very good. Bear, do you think he will upset the world and send the 49ers into doomsday?
Absolutely not, Trey. This is the 49ers all day, every day. They got their asses whooped last week. Let's call a spade a spade. They looked bad. They got their asses kicked. They were scoring touchdowns in garbage time. That game was way more far apart than what the final score was. So I like the 49ers here to bounce back in a big way. Jacoby Brissett has the Gardner Minshew kind of feeling to me, like he's a backup quarterback. He should come in as a backup. He's not a starting quarterback. This is going to be a blowout. So I like the 49ers here minus 14.
Looks like Cam says 30.5 for 49ers feels like a lock. That would be, hey, they might be able to do that by halftime. Looks like we got a start 'em sit 'em question. Pick 2, Devin Achane, Zamir White, or Ty Chandler. Look at all these backup running backs being thrust into number 1 spots. Raheem Morris or Raheem Mostert is out. Josh Jacobs, game time decision. He's probably out, has not practiced. And I'm not for sure about Alexander Madison, but Ty Chandler has been getting the volume over the last couple of weeks. For me, I would be going with the first two. We obviously, Devin Achane is just set it and forget it at the moment with Mostert out. He's going to get a ton of volume in this game. That's great for your championship week. And Zamir White, he's gotten a ton of work the past 2 weeks. My Las Vegas Raiders. If Josh Jacobs is out, which all signs are pointing to, I watched a press conference yesterday with Antonio Pierce. He was asked if Jacobs is going to practice or play, and he said, I mean, that's a game time decision. So that sounds like he didn't want to say he was out and give the Colts an opportunity to prep without him. So I'd go for the first two. What about you, Bear?
Yeah, no reason to play Jacobs in this game. Make sure he's healthy for next season. They're basically out of the playoffs here, but I like Zamir White as the first play. I think that should be number one. Achane, yeah, I would say the second play, but again, they're going up against Baltimore, tough defense. I don't like Ty Chandler because, Trey, this time of year, I was looking at the incentives list, which is a very key part at this time of the year. Alexander Madison needs like 115 yards to get a $25,000 bonus. So I like Madison to be the lead back today for the Minnesota Vikings if he does play over Ty Chandler. So I like the first two just like you.
All right, Bear, we're going to be giving out an incentives parlay there at the end of this.
We should do it on the last week for sure.
Okay, yeah. I guess that is true.
Well, we have two more games, so I was just it's an early peek at the incentives list to make sure who I was going to take later on in the year. So yeah,
I love it, and I'm not giving out my pick for this game yet. I am going to be going with the 49ers. Copy and paste everything Bears said. Jacoby Brissett, I mean, he's been back up all season. Ron Rivera probably did not even know that he was on his roster. The same thing with Sam Howell last year. I don't know if you guys remember the last week of the season last year. They were going to start Taylor Heineke, and Heineke was like, dude, what are you doing? We have this rookie Sam Howell. Throw him out there. We haven't seen him yet. And Ron Rivera was like, oh, yeah, I guess we should. Probably said the same thing this season about Jacoby Brissett. Give me the 49ers. Ron Rivera, you need to be fired because this game is going to be a blowout.
Also, before we move on, why would Sam Howell not be playing?
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Like if you think you have the guy, which I think Sam Howell's been really good. He's been bad over the last couple of days, but you're the Commanders. You're what, 4-11, 5-10. You're not going to make the playoffs. You might as well leave Sam Howell out there and see what he's got. I don't understand.
Doesn't make any sense. I don't know if anyone knows what is going on in that Commanders building. And it looks like we got Dennis Burns. Good morning, fellas. Shout out you for watching, Dennis. Thanks for being our guest picker a month or so ago. You honestly killed it. And Young Chard, maybe Young Charizard's brother, who knows? Dolphins money line, Bear. He loves the Dolphins on the money line. Says, what are you doing picking the Ravens? Come on.
To be fair, I've been so bad in the NFL, so he's probably going to be right.
And it looks like we got another stardom pick one PPR flex, OBJ, Noah Brown, and Brian Robinson. I would be going with Noah Brown. I mean, CJ Stroud is coming back. We saw what Noah Brown and him looked like over the last few weeks that they were playing without Tank Dell. So I think that Noah Brown's going to get a lot of volume here in this game. I mean, I like Brian Robinson as well, but it's hard to really trust that going up against the 49ers.
Yeah, this is another incentive list watch I had. I like Noah Brown as the play for the day, but OBJ, I think he's 13 catches, 173 yards away from two big bonuses for the Ravens. So next week I'd play OBJ if you're still in, if fantasy's still going. But today I'd say Noah Brown. Titans secondary is really bad. No Tank Dell. He's probably going to be the second best option for CJ Stroud coming back from injury. So I like Noah Brown with Trey there.
And looks like we got another one from Cam, a banged up K9 Kenneth Walker or Zamir White. Don't know if K9 is out or not yet, though. I have Kenneth Walker in one of my leagues, actually in a few of my leagues, my championship games. He was questionable, but I did see he is expected to play. It is a somewhat late game, so we always have to be a little bit worrisome with that. But I don't think Pete Carroll's going to sit him because the Seattle Seahawks still need to win this game. So I would go with talent here and go with Kenneth Walker. He's still going to get a lot of volume. And Zamir White, he's gotten volume, but we haven't seen him really sniff the end zone.
I would go with Zamir White. I don't trust K9. He's injury prone. Seattle likes to throw the ball. The only chance I feel like K9 has a chance to put up points is if they get inside the 10. And that sometimes for Seattle at the 1 yard line, they usually can't get in. So I've had K9 all season long in a touchdown league. He hasn't been a great reliable option. So I like White. He's been really showing me something over the last two games. So give me Zamir White.
That he has. Thank goodness. And then Dennis Burns says Tampa Bay is my lock. We're going to get to that game here in a short bit. I'm excited to talk about that game. That game's going to be really fun. And I know Bear's excited to talk about this game. Thank you guys for all your comments. Still, make sure to drop them below. And if you have any recommendations for our parlay locks that we're going to be making there at the end, just like Dennis Burns just did, make sure to throw out your recommendations below. And we might throw it in there. Who knows? The Arizona Cardinals are going to Bears. Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are favored by 12.5 over under 47.5. Bear, do you think that your Eagles are going to catch the L again here, or do you think they are going to get a home win?
I'd love to talk about it, Trey, but it's a website play. So I only did one today. I'm not going to give it out. Bears Profit Plays is the website. Go check it out over there. Only $4.99 a month to join that one. So go check it out.
Yeah, and they're not Bears Eagles. I was hoping to get a reaction out of them. Poking the bear early in the morning. He is a Cowboys fan, so we all know how he feels about the Eagles. But for me, guys, we have to go with the Eagles here in this game. Kyler Murray, he's basically Superman for the Cardinals at the moment. There's only so much he can do. James Conner's trying his best as well. Trey McBride, Hollywood Brown, the whole cast of crews over there can only do so much because apparently this team is very, very bad. Kyler Murray, he was questionable heading into this game. He is expected to play. Thank goodness I have him on one of my fantasy championship teams. Hopefully he can still come through for me. But I think that the Eagles are going to win this game at the end of it. They're going to be coming out on a mission. They know that the engine needs to start being tuned eventually, and there's no better track to tune it on than the Arizona Cardinals. So give me the Eagles here at minus 12.5 at home. I have a lot of confidence in this play. This number is high, but not too high because we saw the Bears whip up on the Cardinals last week. So if the Bears can do it, I have a lot of confidence in the Eagles. Now, this game, a lot of big spreads today. Hopefully, some of these big dogs can make it close like they did on Christmas Day, like my Raiders did on Christmas Day with the Kansas City Chiefs. This is another big rivalry game, just like that when the New England Patriots going up against the Buffalo Bills. Bills are minus 14 at home. Over-under is at 40. Bear, the last time these two teams were playing at double-digit favorites, it was last season, and the Bills covered it easily with 2 special teams touchdowns. Do you think that's going to happen here again? Or do you think the Patriots are going to play spoiler to the Bills' playoff chances?
This is the Patriots season. They want to play spoilers so very badly, and it's going to happen. I'm going to take the Patriots plus 14. I'm going to take the Patriots on the money line, Trey. The Buffalo Bills are a very strange team to try to understand. They beat the Chiefs. They beat the Dallas Cowboys, 2 decent to good teams. And then they put up a stinker against the Chargers in a very important game, 24-22. They almost lost the game outright. I think the Buffalo Bills still have some problems. I'm going to take the Patriots. Bill Belichick is still Bill Belichick. The Patriots, they would love to win this game, Trey. They would love to knock the Buffalo Bills out of the playoffs. I'm going to take the Patriots with the points for sure, but I'm going to sprinkle on the money line.
Yeah, and I saw a little snippet of Bill Belichick's press conference this week, and they asked him about Josh Allen. He went on a couple-minute diatribe, actually, about Josh Allen. Usually it's just a next question type of thing. But he actually dove in deep about Josh Allen. He respects him, so I think he's going to have a game plan ready for him. I agree on the plus 14, Bear, but I do not agree on the plus 650. I'm going to be a common person here and just take the Buffalo Bills on the money line and the Patriots at plus 14, though I do think that the Patriots are going to lose this game, obviously, maybe even by double digits, but not by 2 touchdowns. I feel like their defense is going to be able to keep this game close enough. I expect the final score to be like 27-19. I have a lot of confidence in this Patriots offense today. I think they're going to travel. I think they're going to run the ball with Zeke throughout this game. And I think it's going to be a pretty good game. So I'm going to take the Patriots with Bear here, plus 14.
I like it.
All right. And then this game, it's kind of a weird line. I feel like it should be a lot bigger. I'm excited to see what you think about this game. It is the Los Angeles Rams, one of the hottest teams in the NFL, going up against the New York Football Giants, one of the coldest teams in the NFL. They don't got Tommy Cutlets anymore. And still they got Tyrod Taylor, not Tyrod, Tyrod, like his mother wants us to call him. And the Giants, they are home pups. We all know how much we love home pups here, but they are underdogs of 6 points at home. Over under is at 43.5. Bear, do you think the home underdogs will be barking today, or do you think the Rams will headbutt them into submission?
Yeah, Giants money line. Come on, Bear, do it. No shot. I'm taking the Giants here. I'm going to take the Rams minus 6. This looks like it's a cheese game where they're looking. The public is maybe going to be the rat and take the Rams -6. All the sharps going to be on the Giants. I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm going to take the Rams -6. Rams on the money line. Too important of a game for the Rams. They have to win this game. They're looking for a playoff spot right now. They're in. They win this game, their chances go from 50% to 75%. Giants are not a good team. They did beat a couple bad teams on that 3-game stretch with Tommy DeVito. But the Saints 6-24, and then the Eagles, they're not a very good team. They did take care of business against the Giants. So I like the Rams here -6. The Rams, Trey, they're probably playing the best football out of anybody in the league besides the Ravens right now. So I like the Rams.
This is a tough one for me. It is a game that I obviously do want to pick the Rams and back with you there. Cross-country flight to Los Angeles to New York. Warm to bitter cold as well. Not sure how that's going to bode well for the Rams. But at the end of the day, guys, we got to stack up the rosters next to each other. We got to stack up the coaches next to each other. We got to stack up the want to be here next to each other. And that is the Rams. Give me the Rams here at -6. I'll buy a half point personally because I already bet on this game -5.5 for the Rams. I have a lot of confidence in them. They'll be able to pull off this game for us here. Sean McVay's going to have his boys buzz, and they know they need to keep stringing together the wins to make the playoffs. And I don't think they're going to want to come out and have a low-light game going up against this New York Giants team. Like, what are we talking about, guys? This team is dead. So I have a lot of confidence in that team. And in this game that Dennis was talking about earlier, this is his lock. He says Tampa Bay here is the way to go. New Orleans Saints going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers are home favorites, -2.5. Over/under is 42. I'm going to side with Dennis. I'm going to take the Bucs -2.5. I have no faith in the Saints and Derek Carr. The guy is a fraud, and you cannot say the same about Baker Mayfield. That guy has grit. That guy, he brings his lunch pail to work with him every day, which is great because he's surrounded by a lot of flashy people, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rashad White. There's a lot of people that he can just hand the ball off to, throw the ball to, and let them go to work. And it's worked out well for him this season. And I think it's going to work out well for him again in this home game. Give me the Bucs here, -2.5. Bear, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd love to agree with you, but I'm going to stick to the code. Hungry dog runs faster when it's hungry. Must-win game for the Saints to be in that NFC South competition for worst playoff spot in the league. The win would put both teams at 8-8. I believe the Buccaneers still have the tiebreaker, so the Saints would need something else to happen. But I think the Saints take this game. I'm going to take them +2.5 and on the money line. Tampa Bay over the last 3 games, no surprise, they've been one of the better teams in the NFL. They've covered the spread in all 3 games. Saints haven't looked great, but again, I'm going to stick to the code that I have. Hungry dog runs faster when it's hungry. Give me the Saints, Trey.
All right, me and Bear are differing on that one. Hopefully, I can keep extending my lead on Bear. We'll see how that one goes. And we might be differing on this game. I don't know how he's going to go on this one, but we'll see. The Houston Texans are at home going up against the Tennessee Titans. They're favored by 4 points at home. Over/under is 44. I'm going to start us off here. Give me the Titans at +4. Will Levis is coming back, and I'm also going to take them on the money line. And it has to be Tractor Cedo season at some point, Bear. Derrick Henry is going to have to start revving up the engine. DeAndre Hopkins revenge game special here. That's what we're talking about, going back to Houston. I have a lot of confidence in this Titans team. I think that they are still going to want to show up for Vrabel. There was that great clip going around about Vrabel talking to Treylon Burks. He seems like he's a great coach. It seems like his players are still listening. So I think they're going to show up here in this game for him. And also a revenge game for Mike Vrabel. Used to play for the Texans. So give me the Titans at +4.
Yep, we're going to be different. I'm going to take the Texans -4. I'm going to take the Texans on the money line. Desperation time. Titans aren't playing for anything. The Texans are playing for a playoff spot. I'm going to take the desperate team -4. CJ Stroud's back. He's going to have Noah Brown. He's going to have Dalton Schultz. He's going to have Nico Collins. No Tank Dell. Obviously, he broke his leg. But I think the Texans offense is going to do enough here. The Titans secondary is really bad. So I love the Houston Texans in this spot.
Yeah, the AFC South games have been very entertaining this season, something that you could not say in the past. And talking about entertaining, this game might be the best game on the slate, a game I am very excited about. Bear, we're going to address Cam's comment here soon. He says Bengals +6.5 lock. He's a Chiefs fan, isn't he?
I don't know. He hops on and off so much that nobody can really tell what kind of fan he is. So I wouldn't be surprised if he said Chiefs. I wouldn't be surprised if he said Jaguars or, like the Chargers or something. So I have no idea what the kid's doing.
Wow. All right. That is interesting. And something that you will never see me do. Fading my Las Vegas Raiders going up against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm very excited to watch this game. My heart's been broken so many times from this Raiders, but you know what Antonio Pierce has not done so far? He has not bullshitted me. He talks the truth and he backs it up. And he said that he is going to have his team buzzing for this game. He knows he is going to shut down Jonathan Taylor. And he said he's going to make the Colts one-dimensional, and that's how they're going to win this game. That had me buzzing. Give me the Raiders here +4 and on the money line. +164 is so juicy, guys. I would recommend betting that. Just throw down a 20 bill on there and you'll be walking away Sunday evening very happy with some extra McDonald's in your bag. Who knows?
Ooh. Yeah. Tough game again. I'm going to take the points with you with the Raiders. I'll take the Colts on the money. I'll take the Raiders with you. I'll take the Raiders with you, Trey. Raiders looked bad last week. Aiden O'Connell, I don't believe he completed a pass after the first quarter, and they still won the game. So I think the Raiders are fighting. I think they love their coach. I think you got that right. I think Pierce is doing a really good job. So we'll go with the Raiders here with the points. This seems like a game that neither team should be favored. So I'll go with you with the Raiders.
Do you know how good the Raiders culture is right now? Do you know how many balls Devontae Adams caught yet last week?
0.
1. And did you hear a single word out of him? No, you did not.
Well, he's just waiting for the season to be over so he can be dealt.
Well, the thing that I was saying, he was catching 6 balls, 50 yards with Josh McDaniels and complaining about his volume. He is bought into what Antonio Pierce is doing. I hope we keep him around. We need him to keep around. And it looks like Cam's coming at you in the comments. Whoa, what the fuck, Bear? And he also says, is Dan Campbell wasn't a Bulldog, y'all would have got smoked last night, Bear. Cut, he says.
Because this is a kind of a family-friendly show, I won't go into what he meant by Bulldog, but I'm sure people could get there on their own. But yeah, that's a Dan Campbell. I don't know what he was thinking last night. He got to take the extra point on the 7-yard line, even though the Dallas Cowboys got away with robbery last night. The Lions should have won that game. I saw him check in. The officiating this year, Trey, has been horrible. So let's just get that out there. As a Dallas Cowboys fan, we should not have won that game. The Lions won. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Did you see that was the same crew, supposedly, that was the MVS, no pass interference?
I did see that. And it was the same crew that didn't call a flag on the Eagles one time against the Dolphins.
Well, Brad Allen, you better be swiping and wiping your FanDuel account before it's too late. But
job application form's ready, buddy.
Hey, he has probably a part-time. I mean, he probably has a part-time job as a brain surgeon or something. That's how the NFL does it with their referees. But this game, I think it might be one of the stinkier games on this slate. The Carolina Panthers going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence is at. CJ Beathard is in. Bryce Young looked really good last week. We've seen this a lot in the past with high rookie draft picks finishing the season very strong to kind of give a big momentum swing into the next season. And maybe Bryce Young's going to do that. Jaguars are 4-point home favorites in over under 37.5. Panthers, they almost scored 37 points last week. And I think they're going to show up here in this game. Give me them on the road here +4 and on the money line, guys. Like Bear has said for the Panthers all season long, they have nothing to really lose for. They don't own their own first round pick. They might as well keep trying to winning games, keep trying to get Bryce Young used to this NFL game. So I think that they're going to go down to Jacksonville and get this big time win and also cover the +4.
Yep. This is a YouTube member play for me. Last one that I'm not going to be able to talk about. Only $4.99 a month on our YouTube channel to go look at those. We're growing. We're growing, Trey, over there. It's fun to see. We're giving away $50 every week as well if you become a member. So go sign up, $4.99 a month. You get game picks. You get prop picks every day. So I'm not going to give out a play. I do want to say I was correct. Yesterday we made the video. Everybody's on the Panthers. Every single person's on the Panthers in this game. So it should be a good game. Should be a good game here, but I'm not going to give out a side.
And everyone's on the Panthers, and I don't think that line's really moved that much, has it, Bear?
It has not. It has not moved at all, hardly.
Yes, that makes me a little bit worried being on the Panthers. But at the end of the day, if you don't have confidence in your picks, what are you doing? In this game, the Atlanta Falcons going up against the Chicago Bears. This was one of my NFL free game picks. And if you watched it, you already know I gave out the Bears -3. I love the Bears here in this game. They're playing at home. Last game in Chicago, probably for Matt Eberflus and Justin Fields. They're going to want to end their season there on a positive note to try to keep proving that, hey, we deserve to be here. We were actually not that bad. Second half Bears, maybe one of the best teams in the NFC. So I love the Bears here -3.
Yeah, the Bears. Give me the Bears -3. The Bears on the money line. 2 steps forward, 1 step back for this organization for 30 plus years. They announced yesterday that Matt Eberflus projected to come back as the head coach next year. Not the best news you want as a Chicago Bears fan. I think you would want him to step down as the defensive coordinator, maybe hire a new head coach. But looks like Eberflus is going to be back. The boys like Eberflus, apparently. The Bears have looked like a top 10 team over the last 5 games of football. The defense is really good. Justin Fields, not the best quarterback in the world. He needs to use his legs more, but I like the Bears here. Falcons, Falcons over the last 10 seasons have always found a way to lose games. They'll find a way to lose this game for sure. Give me the Bears.
Yeah, especially with it being in cold and windy Chicago, I think that that dome team is going to struggle to go into that cold environment. And this cold team is going up to the northwest part of the United States of America. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks, they are on a mission. They've been winning games on the last drives over the last couple of weeks. They've been Pete Carrolling their way to victories. Will it continue in this game? Home favorites at -4.5 against the Steelers. Over under is 40.5. Bear, how do you think this game's going to go?
Yep, I'm looking at it right now. I have to take the points. And the reason I have to take the points, we have a 90% chance of rain, 51 degrees, 10-mile-an-hour winds for Seattle today. So it's going to be sloppy conditions, it looks like. The Steelers defense, they haven't been impressive over the last couple of weeks, but last week they looked really good against the Bengals. I like that to continue. Both teams fighting for a playoff spot. Should be a great game. We're going to take the points in what should be a tight game.
Did you see that Kenny Pickett is active and backing up Mason Rudolph? What is going on?
I saw it, and I don't hate it, Trey. I mean, he won last week. He didn't do much, but they put up a lot of points with him, so why not? Why not?
And sorry, I was looking up the Kenny Pickett stuff. What was your money line pick?
Let's go Pitt.
All right. I am going to go I'm going to go with the Seahawks here at -4. It just feels so weird that what is going on with the Steelers right now. And looks like Cam said Steelers money line for Jersey Jerry. I love Jersey Jerry's accent. Bear, do you want to try to give it a shot?
No, it's I don't want to do it because it would taint it a little bit. But I believe he put the biggest bet of his life today. I think it was 20,000 on the Steelers on the money line.
Wow. All right.
Plus, and that's for a blue collar guy. So, that's going to be a big bet for him.
Yeah, he is a blue collar guy. Gotta love Jersey Jerry. Hopefully I don't win this bet so that someone else could have a great New Year's Eve because he deserves it. He seems like a great human being. Give me the Seahawks, though, -4.5. Yeah, I mean, I can't have any confidence in Mason Rudolph. Kenny Pickett, they're probably playing quarterback carousel throughout this game. Looks like we got a question from Ethan Putnam. Pick 2, Diggs, Pittman, Eckler, Achane. Dang, that is tough for me. I'd be going Achane, and I would be going Pittman probably.
Whoa.
Pittman's been getting a ton of volume this season. He sat out last week, so I think he's going to get fed in this game just like he's had all season. Achane, we saw what he looked like early in the season whenever he was getting a lot of volume. Eckler, it's hard to really trust what they're doing right now. I really want to talk about that Chargers and Broncos game whenever we get there because I'm going to be breaking it down. I think it could go either way. I think that the Broncos might be where the Chargers were a couple weeks ago whenever the whole team just said, fuck it, we're going to give up. We're going to get blown out by 60. I think that might be a possibility in this game for the Chargers. I think the Broncos might say, you're not giving us a chance to win your bench and wrestle. You said that you're cutting all of us. We're just not going to play. Fuck it. So it's hard to really know what Eckler's going to do. And Diggs with Josh Allen, he's a good guy, but I like Pittman over Diggs today. So those are my 2. Sorry for the long explanation, Achane and Pittman.
Yeah, PPR, I'd go with the 2 receivers, Diggs and Pittman. I can't believe you didn't put Diggs in there. I think you have to play Diggs. I mean, he can easily go for 100 and a touchdown.
He hasn't though.
I know he hasn't done it. He hasn't been there yet, but he's one of the better receivers in the NFL. He's going to have a breakout game sometime. I really don't want to say Eckler because if you've watched him play over the last couple of weeks, the dude, I mean, he's broken. He can't even run hardly. He's slow as shit. I'd go with Pittman. I'd go Pittman with Trey. So my 2 will be Diggs and Pittman.
Yeah, I mean, I love Jack Jones. Maybe they'll throw him on Pittman, maybe slow him down a little bit. But I have a lot of confidence in Pittman today, as much as I hated going up against my Raiders. Thank you for that comment, Ethan. So we're moving on to the next game. That was a really fun game to talk about. The Pittsburgh Steelers are, you know, mind numbing me with what's going on in their quarterback room. And former, current, who knows, Chiefs fan says Bengals plus 6.5, Cam Southard. So that is where he is going. And that is where I'm going to be going too. Give me the Bengals at +7 and on the money line. Chiefs are dead. They're not good. They are just, I mean, I'm a Raiders fan, so grain of salt as everything I'm saying. But this Chiefs team, just because they're playing at home, they shouldn't be just penciled in as winners. We've seen them lose. They're actually having, I think they're 3-4 this season at home. They have a losing below 500 record at home. Give me the Bengals. Jamar Chase was talking shit. He's going to back it up. Everyone's going to back it up. Jake Browning talks his shit too. I love what's going with the Bengals. So give me the Bengals here to keep their playoff hopes alive and maybe dwindle the Chiefs' playoff hopes. Who knows? And before you go in, Bear, Ethan says, I don't trust Eckler because Chargers have nothing to play for. I agree. That's why I said I'd stay away from Eckler as well.
This is going to be an absolute shit pumping by the Kansas City Chiefs, -7, and on the money line for the Kansas City Chiefs. I've been waiting. I've just been waiting to see the Kansas City Chiefs come out and play like they have over the last 5 years. It hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen in this game. Patrick Mahomes had maybe his worst game of his career last game. The Chiefs at home, they've lost back-to-back games at home. That never happens. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to dominate in this game. Plus, I'm watching with a bunch of Chiefs fans, so I can't not be on the Chiefs. Probably going to be my biggest bet of the day. So I'm going to take the Chiefs -6.5, Chiefs on the money line. Chiefs Kingdom. They're going to be loud, Trey. They're going to be really loud today, and they're going to win this game big.
Looks like Cam is excited that you went with the Chiefs. Does he say that you're a fader or something? Why is he happy they're going against them?
No, and I like the Chiefs because they make special plays. They have special players, and that's what we get from special teams. So I love the Kansas City Chiefs in this game.
All right, I love that. Looks like we got another one. And is this just pick one or pick two? I'm going to go with just pick one. If it's different, then let us know below. Calvin Ridley, KJ Osborne, Demarcus Robinson, or Deontay Johnson at flex PPR. I would be going with, obviously, you got to go with Calvin Ridley. Actually, I guess you don't have to. Trevor Lawrence isn't starting. CJ Beathard, he isn't that big of a cannon arm. Yeah, man. I would probably go with Deontay. We saw Rudolph be able to chuck the ball down the field a lot. For some reason, he wasn't really looking Deontay's way. He was going George Pickens' way. But I think that might change today. I would be going with Deontay against the Seahawks. So that would be my pick.
I'm going to go with the weird one. I think you should take KJ Osborne. Ridley, no Lawrence, Demarcus Robinson. We don't know how he's going to do with the Rams. Usually the third or fourth option in that offense. Deontay Johnson, man, so much talent, yet we see the Steelers receivers time and time again just don't give a shit about playing football. I'd go KJ because TJ Hawkins is out in this game. Osborne's going to be the second option behind Justin Jefferson. They're probably going to double JJ. So it's a big game for the Vikings at home. I think KJ Osborne's the play there.
Is Jordan Addison out?
I believe Jordan Addison is out. Well, let me check. I've got him in fantasy. I can tell you in about 3 seconds.
He was questionable, so I have him starting in one of my leagues, but he was questionable. So if he's out, I need to go get that
Jordan
in before.
Addison is going to play.
All right. Whew. Does that change your opinion on Osborne?
No. I still like KJ. Addison's going to be in the slot. KJ is going to be the 2 on the outside with JJ. So they're going to double JJ. Maybe a big day for Addison too. So, but I like KJ Osborne as a play still.
All right. Thank you for your comment. Make sure to keep dropping them below. And it looks like it says, ha, 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 LFG Bear. I love that from Cam. Special teams, special plays, special players. Don't call often, so don't. So you know it's important.
Yep. Mr. Scott. Shout out Mr. Scott.
Jay Lombardi, the pack. I agree, the Bear pack. Thank you for watching, Jay. And we thank you for your support. He says, appreciate it. It's a tough choice. I was projected to lose my chip by 25 points heading into the game last night. Now it's projected an 8-point deficit.
Ooh.
I have CMC and Achane starting. Hey, that is great. Who brought you back? Was it CJ or was it CD Lamb? Because he was a guy that was just putting up a lot of points. Reminds me of a few seasons ago whenever Alvin Kamara scored like 5 touchdowns during the fantasy
Christmas shoes on. He had those Christmas shoes on. Remember that?
Yeah, it was so beautiful, and he was dancing his way. Oh, I love prime Alvin Kamara. We need to bring him back. In this game, I was excited to talk about it. I'm excited to see what Bear thinks this game's going to go. The Broncos, they are 3.5-point favorites, over under 37.5. Before I go, Bear, did you see Sean Payton's press conference the day after he cut Russell Wilson?
No, and no, I don't even care.
Well, he said, what do you guys want me to do? I'm getting out all these second-year starters. I'm getting out all these people that don't want to be here. Russell Wilson, he just wasn't getting it done. We have to have a spark. I think the Broncos are going to say, fuck you.
Yep.
We give up. We were winning what? They were like 5-2 over their last 7 games with Russell Wilson. They were playing some really good football. Sean Payton came to Russell Wilson on their bye week, and then Russell Wilson started running off all those wins. So imagine his head state, knowing this could be my last game, this could be my last play. I'm out here, I might tear my ACL, and my coach wants to bench me because I don't want to take out my injury guarantees. Give me the Chargers here in this game. I think the Broncos are going to lay down and die. I was going to give out this pick on the members, and I was going to give it out on the free, but I got too scared because Keenan Allen is out. So I don't know exactly how good Easton Stick's going to play, but I do know how bad the Denver Broncos are going to play. So give me the Chargers here at plus 3.5. And it looks like he says he had Hall and Njoku on Thursday. That is tough. Then he had Gibbs, who dudded, and I started Amon-Ra and Montgomery. Anything is possible. That's why we love fantasy football. And Cam says Chargers on the money line. I actually think Eckler may ball out today for no good reason at all. I agree. He's going to be a free agent, so he needs to start balling out eventually for his own pocketbook.
Yeah, I'm with you here. I think the Chargers are going to win this game. I think the Chargers plus 3.5 is the play. Maybe the play of the day besides that Chiefs game. Russell Wilson, and he also had an interview, Trey. He said that he was benched because of like incentive stuff coming up, and also he wouldn't get the job done apparently. What hasn't he done? Tell me what he hasn't done. Like, he's been good. He didn't perform well against the Lions, but he put up 23 points in that Patriots game. That should be enough for that team. Patriots, they scored 26 points on the defense. How's that his problem? He made the great run in the middle of the season. They looked dead. They won 5 of 6. They beat some really good teams. They beat the Browns. Good Lord, what else can this man do? The only thing I can think of is that he stabbed Sean Payton in the back somehow, but I don't know. He's the leader of the team. I don't know how you bench him for who they playing. Stidham?
Yep, Jared Stidham.
How
same guy who ran Derek Carr out of the building. It's the same guy who's running Russell Wilson out of the building. Maybe Jared Stidham is the best backup quarterback in the NFL.
Okay.
Who knows?
Jared Stidham. Do you go to Boise State?
I don't know. Let me look it up where he went.
Boise State, I think. I feel like I blue field with him.
Auburn. So yeah, blue colors at least.
Yeah. I like the Chargers. Denver. If Denver is the team I think they are, they're going to lay down and die, like you said. So I'm going to go Chargers.
Yeah, looks like Jay agrees with us. He says Russell Wilson cooked the Bills at Buffalo, and that man deserves better. I used to hate him, but
he always has. He is always so positive for no reason, and that's why I like Russell Wilson.
God, and I mean,
it's cringe most of the time, but you got to respect it.
And I mean, what if the Broncos won last week? Would they've still benched him? What if they were still going? Would you still benched him? And Russell Wilson also said that he got the NFLPA into it because I feel like that's kind of illegal. Imagine if your employer came to you and was like, "Hey, Bear, we agreed on that contract, but it's way too much money now. We can't afford it. We don't want to do it. You got to take a $10 pay decrease an hour, or else we're gonna have to move on." That's just so incredibly disrespectful.
I wouldn't be asking questions. I'd just be throwing hands, So it's unacceptable what the Broncos are doing to Russell Wilson. So I hope they lay down and die.
And it looks like Cam says, looks like we got a comment from Landon, actually. Y'all boys go over the Tampa game already. Yes, we did. And we both picked I picked Tampa, and Bear, he went with who they play, the Falcons?
The Saints.
Oh, no, Saints. Yeah. So we're both different. I think that the Bucs are going to win this game and clinch the division. Bear says hungry dogs run fast. Saints need to win this game to keep up with the division. So 2 different opinions on the game. Hopefully you found one that you like. But Cam, he says, what if you, just before halftime starts, you hear glass break and it's stone cold music and Russ one runs out of the tunnel and the Broncos beat the Chargers? That would be awesome. Glass shattering. God, I love stone cold. That is awesome. And love Tampa. Let's go Bucks. Yeah, I agree. Baker Mayfield is going to be awesome. And then it says dogs gonna stay hungry. He says, fuck those dogs. We don't need them to eat. And enough of that. Sunday Night Football, last game, and then we are going to get into the parlay. So if you guys love any player props, game picks, anything, make sure to drop them below in the comments. We might throw them into it. At the end of the day, we're trying to find the best parlay, get us money, get you guys money. It's New Year's Eve. We got to have some money for alcohol, guys. What are we talking about? The Green Bay Packers going up against the Minnesota Vikings. Basically a pick 'em here in a big NFC North game. Packers, they need to win this game. Bear, before we get in this game, did you see the Jair Alexander controversy?
Dude, that man has a nut loose in his brain. Let me tell you what. Yes, I saw it, and it's ridiculous what happened.
I do think the 1 game suspension is far too much, but that guy is a doofus. If you guys did not see it, the captains, they always go to the middle of the field before the game, as everyone knows. You want to get the ball, you want to defer. Jair Alexander wasn't selected as a captain. He was from Charlotte, so he kind of trotted himself out there without anybody knowing, and he was the one talking to the referee. If you guys do not know, the head coach talks to the captains before and says, this is what we're doing. Make sure to say this. Make sure to say that. Jair Alexander wasn't there to get the memo. He went out there. He won the coin toss. He is an amazing coin flipper, at least. Maybe they need to keep running him out there to call heads or tails. But then he said, we want the defense out there. That's not what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to say, we want to defer till halftime, and then you say, we want the ball at half. But he said, we want defense. So theoretically, the ref could have said, all right, you're going out on defense now, and you're going out on defense in the second half. But the ref was nice enough to say, what do you mean? Do you mean defer? He goes, no, we want defense. And everyone was laughing at him. And the ref was kind enough to say, we don't want this to be about us for once. We want this. We know what he's trying to say, and let's get them to defer. Jair Alexander, after the game, did not even know, still went over his head, still thought he was in the right. Brian Gutekunst, Packers GM, said, this guy's a fucking dipshit, and suspended him, contract detrimental to the team. So Packers are going to be without maybe their best player in this game, Jair Alexander, going up against the best wide receiver in Justin Jefferson. Bear, do you think that is going to be a reason why the Vikings win? Or do you think the Packers will battle adversity and get the big win they need to stay in playoffs? Because they're in the wild card hunt still. I think they're the last wild card spot right now.
Well, I mean, it's definitely not going to help the Packers' case. Your best corner's out going up against the best wide receiver in the NFL. So, no. I mean, I'm going to take the Vikings here, -1. You can just take them on the money line. I don't trust Jordan Love as far as I can throw him. I really don't trust Nick Mullins either, but I feel like every time the Packers play somebody,
it is Jaron Hall starting today for the Vikings. Former BYU. Jaron Hall.
Why is Jaron Hall starting? Nick Mullins get hurt?
Nope. I just think the Vikings don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Okay, well, give me the Packers then. I thought Nick Mullins went for 400 last week, didn't he?
He went for 300 2 weeks ago and 400 last week.
What are we doing, Vikings? Okay, give me the Packers, I guess. Jesus, what?
Yeah, welcome to the late season in the NFL. And Jalen Barty says Jetta is eating. Yeah, I think that Jaron Hall would just look at him exclusively in this game. Cam Southard says, new year, new Bear, hopefully. Oh, poor Bear. What happened? I don't mind current Bear. We don't need a new Bear. Bear, why does he want a new Bear?
Current Bear has the heart on his sleeve for the Cowboys. 2024 Bear is not going to let that happen. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Packers here -1 on the money line. I still don't trust Jordan Love, but I definitely don't trust Jaron Hall. I'll tell you that much. That kid can't play. So, yeah, I'll go Packers.
Yeah, I think Kevin O'Connell came out and said we wanted to give him another chance. And the one start he did have, he got hurt. So we didn't really see what he was capable of. We know what he's capable of. The guy can't throw, but he can run. Unfortunately, he's a quarterback, so you need to throw. Give me the Packers here on the money line, just like Bear at -102. This might be one of my favorite plays. I think it's going to be Packers are for sure going to be favored by kickoff. So if you think the Packers are going to win, make sure to bet that money line as soon as possible, because as soon as people like Bear start to know that Jaren Hall is starting, I feel like that's
Crazy.
going to get more and more in the Packers' favor. Enough of that. It's time for the parlay lock, the moment everybody has been waiting for. Bear, do you got any legs locked and loaded? Mean Bear, we each give out 2 legs each. It can be a game pick, it can be a player prop, it can be anything. And like I said earlier, if there's anything that you guys say this is for sure happening, make sure to drop it in the comments. Might as well. We're all trying to eat some bread too. So if you guys like anything for sure, make sure to drop it below. But Bear, have you conjured anything up while you're still waiting? Cam says, I've sat here Sunday after Sunday saying Mike Evans over, and it's only right to tell us this. Mike Evans under lock. Whoa. Happy
No.
New Year. That was a roller coaster for me to read right there. It is true. He does always give out Mike Evans over, but he says Marshawn Lattimore might be locking him up. Those two has always gone right at each other in every matchup. But Bear, do you got anything locked and loaded?
I was going to give out Justin Jefferson, but with no Nick Mullins, I will pivot, and I'm going to go to a game that's going to be an absolute rout. Give me the Chiefs -6.5 at home as the first play.
No. All right. That's a shot to the heart. I love it.
Route.
Well, is Taylor Swift going to be there? Because you thought that was going to be a big thing last week. And you know what? The Raiders said, we don't care that your family is up there. We don't care about anything. We're breaking hearts.
I don't care if Taylor Swift's there or not. She's not the reason I watch football. So,
amen, brother. Amen to that. We just upset a lot of Swifties. Hopefully, we don't lose any subscribers. She's talented. But at the end of the day,
she makes $1 billion. Of course, she's talented.
She's a talented money schemer, but not a talented football fan. If she is choosing to like the Chiefs as a bitter Raiders fan, my first leg is going to be the Bears -2.5. Bear, I think he went with the Falcons there, but at the end of the day, I picked the Bengals. He went the Chiefs. So we're just trying to find something we're comfortable with. And I'm comfortable with the Bears. I think they're going to win this game by more than a field goal. Artie Smith, he's going to have the boys buzzing like he always does. But I know that the Chicago Bears are going to show up in this game. They've been playing some really great football. Ever since they made that trade for Montez Sweat, everybody was cooking them. But it looks like that was a great trade for their culture. And it's really made that great rush defense turn into an elite rush defense. So that's what the Falcons love to do. They love to establish the run, and I don't think they're going to be able to do that today in this game.
Yeah, Trey. Can you do me a favor and go to the Cardinals game? I want to see some props real quick for the Cardinals receivers. I want to see if we've got anything out yet.
Steven props. There they are for you. We got Trey McBride, 64.5. Rondale Moore, 20.5. Michael Wilson, 31.5. Looks like Hollywood Brown is out in this game. Trey McBride's been getting a ton of work, but it's always worrisome with Shaq Leonard running around the middle. He's pretty quick.
It giveth me Greg Dort over 31.5 receiving yard going up against the Eagles secondary.
Dort, I love that one. 31.5. I love that. Let's see what his receptions is at. Greg Dort over 3.5 at +134. I might be looking at that one too. Dort, he has been getting a lot of work whenever there's no one else. Kyler Murray absolutely loves him. He can get that on one catch, so I don't hate that at all. And looks like it says, never mind, Bear, this is lit. And looks like Evans at home is a lock for a touchdown for me. Looks like we got some people going back and forth about Mike Evans. Is James Conner a lock for a touchdown? Gosh, I had a conversation with somebody in the comments a couple days ago. I don't like taking touchdowns. I feel like it's I love opportunities and touchdowns. There's just a lot of factors that have to go into it to get those opportunities. It's hard to be in the red zone, and it's hard to be looked at in the red zone. So I like to stay away from anytime touchdowns. But James Conner, he's always more of a sure bet than not, because that guy, he sniffs the end zone and goes crazy. So I love that one. Oh, my goodness gracious. I'm going to try to...
I've got a game in mind. I want to see if you go to the same spot.
I mean, the Packers is always a good one, but you said Panthers are heavily bet. I obviously love the Panthers, but you went with the Jags. So I'm going to go... I obviously love the Rams, but you said that one might be a sucker's bet, so that worries me as well. Is there any player props I like today? Guys, make sure to help me out below. There's been a few. If there's any that you don't like that's not touchdown only, make sure to let me know. I'm going to be going... Bear, what were you thinking?
I've got it on my phone right here. I'm just waiting for you to pick.
I gotta go with the Packers here on the money
All right,
line.
never mind.
I have to. What is
That
it?
wasn't the one I was thinking of, but I like to play.
What is it?
I had the Patriots game, the 14.5.
I mean, I love it, but those are one of the games where you look at it and the Bills win by 28, and you're like, why the fuck did I
Yeah,
bet?
true. So,
But then also the Patriots could easily keep it close. And Cam says, well, Evans better score in the first quarter because he's getting toshed for punching Lattimore early in the second quarter. And it's like Jay says, appreciate it, Trey. Yeah, I agree. James Conner's a good lock. And Mike Evans, if there's a prop for punches thrown in that game, I'll take the over a half for sure because those
I
games are
mean, we
always
got
spicy.
it. Probably it might be 2.5 for that game. Damn.
It says, Cam, you ain't lying. Lattimore must know some dirt on that, man. They always scuffling. That's so true. You just have to bring up that one thing for Mike Evans, and Lattimore knows what it is. He knows how to poke the bear. And looks like that's going to be the parlay for you guys. My two legs, the Bears minus 2.5 and the Packers on the money line. And Bear, your two plays are the over 31.5 for Greg Dortch and the Chiefs minus 6.5. Very juicy at plus 1,112. You bet $10 on there, guys, and you get 100 plus coming back your way. That is a great New Year's Eve present. It's going to cash by midnight for you. You can run out to the liquor store, grab some beer to celebrate it real quick. I love that. Bear, is there anything you want to say before we head off? Any parting words about 2023? Is there anything you want to say, thanking our subscribers, thanking our supporters, or any experiences that you want to kind of leave in the past?
No, I do want to say thank you to everybody for growing this channel this year. It's been an amazing run. We were going over the numbers last night, and I was in shock of what we've done so far. Even over the last 5 months, the growth has been awesome. So thank you guys. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers here too. So thank you guys very much for that. But words of advice going into 2024. Keep your heart in the cage, because if you're rooting for the Dallas Cowboys, you might as well just do it, because it's never going to work out for me. My entire life's a fraud. Everything that I believe in, everything that I hope and dream for the Dallas Cowboys is already dead. So if on January 1st of this year I just marked down on a little piece of paper the Dallas Cowboys will never win the Super Bowl, I'll feel much better at this time of the year. So that is my advice for your Dallas Cowboys fan. If you're not a Dallas Cowboys fan, go into 2024 with a lot of excitement and a lot of joy, and reach for your goals, and you can accomplish anything, because Trey and I, we never thought this was going to be possible after 1 year, and we're here. So we're having a good time. But yeah, that's all I want to say.
Look at us now. Who would have thought? Before we go off, we got one more from Scotty. And thank you for those kind words for our followers. I'm sure they greatly appreciate it. DeAndre Hopkins, Revenge Game Special, Zay Flowers, or Kenneth Walker. Pick 2 half-point PPR. I feel like we got to go with DeAndre Hopkins here for sure. And we got to go with Zay Flowers as well. I know that that's probably where Bear's going. He does not like Kenneth Walker. I would go with the 2 healthy players. I know Zay Flowers is questionable heading in this game as well. But at the end of the day, we've seen Lamar look at him early and often. So I would go with those 2 wide receivers.
I agree. I confer.
And shout out UJ. Shout out to you guys. Hell of a year. I'm a Cowboys fan too, bro. Ooh, well, he's there with you, Bear. We're still walking with these boys and the Bear Pack. I agree. And copy and paste everything Bear said. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for all your support. If you're still watching this and not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button before the new year starts. You don't want to miss a single video from us in 2024. We come at you guys hot and heavy every day. If there's games on, we have videos for it. Thank you guys for watching. And shout out 2023, but 2024, we're going to take your money too. Thank you guys.